What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering end. Just when Hollywood, movie news is usually the biggest part of my channel. I grew big covering Fallout 76, and then kind of video game news kind of fell off, and then I started covering movie news as you all were just more interested in that. Now, since the movie industry shut down, thankfully, there has been an unending trash fire going on in the video game industry between Naughty Dog's The Last of Us 2, some craziness with Fallout 76, and yesterday, the Culling's bizarre return to the internet, which was probably the most legendary backfire I've ever seen. Like, literal instant regret for returning. If you don't know what the Culling is, it was a game popular back in 2016. It was a first-person action battle royale game developed and published by American studio Xaviant. Now, there was an early release beta of the game. The game was released on Linux, Microsoft, Windows, and Xbox One. Yesterday, they returned due to, in their words, overwhelming demand. And I think that that's great. I mean, if people want to play the game, they should play the game. And they had a relaunch announcement on May 12th go live. And it currently has 263 upvotes for 60,000 views, which is brutal. And it has 4,000 downvotes. The top comment starts by saying, "I can't even begin to list all the reasons I am disappointed in every aspect of this approach." Okay, this might be the worst business model I've ever seen. While it sounds completely absurd to those who may not have played The Culling, this should come as no surprise to anyone who is a fan and followed the development of the game. The developers at The Culling and Xaviant are not only incompetent from game development design perspective, but also bloodsuckers to the nth degree. The first game was popular, and they managed to kill it by having every single patch of the game make it worse from launch until the end. As an example, at one point they decided to, quote, overhaul the combat by taking the rock, paper, scissors style balance and removing paper. I'm not kidding. Then they abandoned the game, released a PUBG clone that truly died a day after it launched, which zero exaggeration, it had players in the single digits and became unbuyable on Steam. They proceeded to relaunch the first game that was released as free-to-play with a cash shop over the course of something like 7 months. They made approximately zero changes, added nothing of note to the game, and continued to take people's money with the cash shop, and then took re-release version of the game off Steam without nary an announcement. Oh, to top it all off, they forbid trading the Culling items you got from playing the game on Steam, so now I have 500 plus items for the game locked in my inventory for all time. Let's take a look at how things are going over on Steam. The Culling, released originally October 5th. Now it has the re-release. Battle Royale is back. Let's take a look. Mostly negative reviews. Interesting. The company is a joke. Worst payment scheme ever. Complete BS. Don't support this pay-to-play. Seriously modeled delusional developers. If you pay these devs any money for their products at this point, then you greenlight every shady piece of dirt for dirty developers' practices. When this game comes back out in the future, you will get one free match a day unless you keep winning. To play further, you have to earn or most likely buy tokens to keep playing. This would be outrageous on its own, but you also should consider that Xaviant's troubled history with this game series, as well as anyone that bought the game before the second short-lived version came out and should be eligible for a refund. This is disgusting. Got the game years ago, back when it wouldn't run well on my current PC. I decided to hold off on refunding it as I thought they would wait until I got a new one to play it. By the time I got my new PC, the servers were dead and no one was playing. Now they are bringing it out again, but charging per match to play even. I can't even believe this is real. They also put out a video announcing this. Here, the Culling is back. Xaviant Dev Diary, May 12th, 2020. Currently has a 383 upvotes to 16,000 downvotes. I have not watched this entire video. I thought I would share it with you so I could experience the insanity for myself. You see Forbes Eric Kane, usually writes really good articles, saying Battle Royale game with Battle Royale game The Culling returns with a ridiculous new business model. Battle Royale game Culling isn't exactly a success story, nor is its sequel, The Culling 2. Both games were removed from various storefronts, Xbox One and Steam, after failing to attract enough players. To be fair, both games launched during the peak of Fortnite and PUBG fever in 2017 and 2018, so they were up against stiff competition. This might explain the lack of players, but it doesn't explain the very negative Steam user review rating. The second game has essentially a 3 out of 10 mixed, and the plethora of negative reviews or the mixed reviews from the original. Many called the sequel to PUBG knockoff and cash grab. Well, hold on to your butts, folks, because the term cash grab just got a whole new meaning. After pulling The Culling 2 from storefronts, developer Xavier promised to return with a focus on the original game. One thing had emerged very clearly for us: The Culling 2 was not a game that you'd asked for. Josh Van Velde, Xavier's director of operations, said when it was pulled from Xbox One, and not the game you'd expect a worthy successor to The Culling. So Xavier is bringing The Culling back to Xbox One as The Culling Origins and will re-release on Steam sometime in the future instead of a free-to-play game. Now you'll pay $6 to purchase it, sort of. That might sound cheap, except it's not the only time you'll have to pay to play. $5.99 gets you the game. You can try it out for a day before you buy, and then a single match for free each day after that. What? 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 I don't. What? Pay per match? Every subsequent match will cost you until the next day's reset. This would be a terrible, no-good revenue model for any game, but especially awful for a Battle Royale. Anyone who plays the genre knows that the single Battle Royale match can last anywhere from 15 to 15 seconds. 15 minutes to 15 seconds. I can count the number of times I've dropped into a match only to be taken down before I could even find a weapon. I'm not sure if it's still the case, but originally The Culling required you to stay in the match even after to spectate. So if you die right away, you'll spend the rest of the time watching other people play, then have to go pay for another match. At least there are only 16 players at a time. I have one question. Does Xavier really think people are going to pay to play per match? Is this really a better model than charging $20 and then selling cosmetics? That's a magical thinking if so, and gamers aren't happy. Just look at the replies to the announcement tweet. So let's take a look at the announcement tweet. Currently has, I want to see the actual ratio, 976 comments to 222 likes. Wow. Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Of course, this is insane. Not the good kind either. Dying can't breathe. I'm genuinely baffled how anyone in your position you're in could have thought this payment model was a good idea. Sustainability, this will end in the opposite. Well, let's actually take a look at their announcement video. Because, wow. I can only hope that they very quickly address this.
Hi, everyone. I'm Josh from
Okay. So we have Josh Van Velde, Director of Operations here, doing an announcement video. Again, interesting. Okay.
Xavier. I hope this message finds you well. You guys
It does.
have been asking us to bring back The Culling for as long as it's been shut down, and we've been working for a long time to make that happen.
I'm not sure how many people were asking for it, but whatever. Let's skip ahead a little bit.
Running a free-to-play online game can be expensive.
Yes.
The bigger your player count, the more you spend on servers and back-end services.
Could they find a guy with less energy? Why did you put out this video? You make me want to, this feels like there's somebody on the other side of the camera making you say this.
When The Culling was free to play on Xbox, we brought in 1 million new players in just a couple of months. You have to have a working monetization scheme to pay for everything.
I like how they call it monetization scheme.
And The Culling didn't have that. I do want to say that we really appreciate everyone who spent money.
By the way, The Culling has the exact same monetization plan as all free-to-play games. You sell cosmetics, and if you're really slimy, you can sell some power-ups and temporary upgrades, okay? How did that not work for you when it's worked for literally every other successful free-to-play game, especially in the Battle Royale category, when you can see countless examples of success like Fortnite and PUBG?
On The Culling when it was,
or even Activision's Call of Duty Battle Royale, too.
Free-to-play. Your support is what kept the game running for as long as it did. The bottom line is our approach of selling crates and cosmetics just wasn't working well enough, and it couldn't sustain the game long term.
Well, that, my friend, is your problem. Either the game wasn't good enough and it couldn't sustain players and they didn't want to support you through cosmetics, or the cosmetics weren't good enough and you needed to improve them. None of this means that you need to... Oh, my God.
We knew if we were going to bring the game back, we'd have to make some big changes to our model. And so we started by looking at all of our costs. The game requires...
Yes, you look at your costs. Congratulations.
Pricing the culling at $5.99 in the U.S., and that'll vary based on your country. Every day...
By the way, charging for a Battle Royale 2, already, Jump Street, absolutely insane.
You'll get one free online match. And if you win an online match, you'll earn a free match token.
Wow, thanks. A free match token. You mean I can, if only if I win, you'll award me with the privilege of being able to play the game that I paid you for. Thanks, bud.
So you'll be able to play the game online every day without spending any additional money.
Only if you win.
If you want to play more than that?
Whoa, look at this. Hold on. Base price $5.99, one free daily online match token with match tokens by... I mean, this would already be absolutely mental, but you could make an argument for it if the game was entirely free, right? If the game was entirely free, maybe you could have some, like, I don't know, you could build up some kind of exclusive thing where, like, oh, I only get one try today. I want to be ready to make sure I can win. I maybe, but on top of charging for the game is absolutely insane.
We'll be offering token packs.
Token packs to be able to play the game. This is insane.
Passes that give unlimited access for a week or a month. This new approach means we'll no longer be selling crates.
So why don't you just... Oh my God. So you have token packs, which is insane. But essentially what you want is to bring back... You want to be the only Battle Royale in the entire video game market that charges monthly, like World of Warcraft does, or Final Fantasy Online. So you essentially want to charge people $5.99 a month to have unlimited play. Why? You should have at least led with that. You should have said for $5.99 a month, you could play the game unlimited instead of selling token packs and leading up with that. But also, this model is outdated and absurd. Apex Legends, for example, all of these successful games are free to play, and you can play them as long as you want.
Or cosmetic items.
How is anyone going to buy your cosmetic items if they can only play one game a day, by the way?
That change, along with other modifications to our back end, mean that we're going to have to reset everyone's profile.
And you're resetting everybody's profile. So all the things that they have paid you for in the past are gone. What a ridiculous moron. I mean, every day there's a new surprise in the video game industry that comes my way. There's a new game developer that is so shockingly out of touch with their fans and gamers that this channel thrives on it. I mean, there's no way this isn't a complete unmitigated failure. And the idea that they thought they could come back with this model is being soundly mocked by everyone, as it should be. Well, good luck, the culling. I sure hope you can find a few of those whales out there willing to pay you per match or pay monthly for a Battle Royale game when there are polished options out there like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty that they can play for free as many times as they want, whenever they want. Good luck with that. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.